Welcome to EVE Online. This is Major Freak, and this is why I'm freaky. People called me Major Freak. Uh, yeah, so camera angles. You jump into a system. Why does the background always look the same? Like, you might not notice this if you don't have um, two clients running. You might not be able to tell, but when you've got like Evo Preview, they always seem to have what? Why does the star background always look the same? Mostly when you're in this go into the same system, you know. I'll go into the same. I'll show you what I mean. So, you've ever noticed when you jump into say such and such system, you're always seeing the star in front of you. And it looks kind of cool, And hey, I wonder if I could see the star every time I go into the system. Yeah. Short answer, no. But there. Have you always wondered? Like, I'd like to be pointing in a certain direction, especially say I figured out how to get the undock at Jita to look different every time I undock instead of like facing the wall. So I fixed that, and now I'm like, can I do this? Can I figure out a way to make myself look in the direction I want to each time I input a system? Is it possible to keep the same alignment? When you're zoomed in, can I keep the same alignment when I jump into a new system? Sometimes you're looking at it this way, sometimes you're looking at it that way. You're like, driving me crazy. So I wanted to figure out, is it possible? Can I make it that these two, like, I'll look in different directions, right? Like, it's a star, not at the star, and I'll jump into the system. I'll be like, okay, here we go. All right, and star right there, and watch. Be faster if I went quicker. Minor Freaks in the Corvette, by the way. Yeah, see? Same alignment. So, okay. But sometimes you don't get that. And I was like trying to figure out if the system memorized, say if I, okay, so I'm looking this direction, right? What if I break it? Like, what if there's a default every day? Like when the service starts, what I was thinking, this is erroneous, by the way, what I was thinking every day when you log on, you ever notice that sometimes you'll try to get into a system and it's offline? Maybe like the memory of how you undock, because when you undock at Jita, if you've got the pre-aligned yourself before you dock, you'll be facing that alignment when you undock. So I'm like, maybe the system remembers which direction you're facing when you enter that system and change the default orientation. Possibly. So I'm like, okay, well, I've changed the default orientation here, but I'll keep it the same here, and we'll jump in, or I'll let Minor Freak do that, and we'll jump back into Saraday. So I was, at the same time, I was like, I'm just me. I tend to like things a certain way, and I like the overlay to be this way now, only with tactical. So tactical camera brought up, and I'm like, all right, well, okay. I like it. I was having like this yellow thing, orange thing, point in a certain direction, because I just OCD that way. I'm like, all right, so I'll just go through the Stargate, and I'll come back and show you. Now I had the sun facing this way, Okay, when I change the default alignment, then I'm like, okay, maybe I can. It's memorized now. Now that I jump back in there, it'll memorize. Okay. Notice how the orange is pointing that way, and now I'm not. Yeah, you'll get this. So there it is. So it just forces the memory. So I'm like, maybe, and then I was looking at this. Oh, wait a minute, it's aligned. What the? So the if you go, say, to high, let me just remove this waypoint and say I want to go as first alignment, and I will go show root in space, right? So root in space is, where's the root? Where's root? We should be seeing a line, don't we? Oh, I guess not. Anyway, so when you jump through, you'll go, I believe it's, so I'm not talking out my ass, I'll actually do it. So I'll look at my ship, and I believe I will jump through this direction, like it'll align, so this right here is facing me as I jump through the opposite side on this end. Nope, the other way, sorry. My bad, of course I had to test. So go through here, and I'll look at this. Okay, so when I'm jumping through, I go through here, and while I land, I'm looking at this area of space from this direction. Okay, so I've just entered the system from, yeah, because I come this way, go through the system, and then I enter the system, and I'm facing back the way I came. Or no, I'm facing, God, I math and geometry sucks with me. So I came into the system from this direction, right? Because if I left in that direction, I will come in through this way. So I'm orientated this way. So this is how I orientate by default every time. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then I started to wonder, hey, maybe it just sets, maybe it just, that was weird. Why did it? Look at my shit, sorry. All right. Look at, okay, that's better. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, well, maybe my maybe the Stargates all face the same direction, because maybe it's the default camera angle for the entire system, because when you turn on your tactical, right, it looks different in every system. So maybe every system has a certain way to align it. It was just brain farting on my end. But it's not. And then it was like, oh, right, okay, they point towards each other. Okay, so in Nazil, this Stargate looks exactly the same as this one, but pointed the opposite direction. Like it would, like the prongs would be facing this way. But exact same alignment for the paired Stargate. I'm like, oh, okay. But how the hell do I, like, it's really annoying, because when I jump through, I can't control my alignment on the other side, except here I can. And then I belatedly realized it's the tactical camera. So in the description, I'll cut to the chase right away, but this is how my brain was thinking. I didn't realize, I thought it was something like G to undock, when it'll memorize which direction you're looking, and when you undock it, you'll have that same direction, right? So I'm like, oh, well, okay. But if you have the sorry, the orbit camera up, you will be forced to have the same orientation as the Stargate you jumped in. You'll have this, but if you divorce yourself from this and have the tactical view up, you will always have your camera pointing in the direction you want. So if you want, okay, I want to jump in with a star right there and be able to see, that's kind of cool. So I'll jump in here, and the next time you jump into this system, if you don't change your camera angle at all, you will have this. Which begs the question, was I undocking from JITA with tactical camera active? What happens if I have orbit camera and I undock thinking I'm going to have the same angle? I'm assuming that the angle is memorized regardless, because you're undocking, not jumping. Don't quote me. I'll have to test that at some point. I can test it right now because I really need to dock up and get mining, because I'm wasting time again doing something silly. So let's jump into Sarah Day with both my guys. Turn on the tactical overlay, and when I undock, I want to view the battle station itself. Okay, so I've got orbit camera on, and I want to be viewing back the way. Okay, so viewing this way, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. And this guy, I'll want to do the same. But I'll just keep that camera angle pointing this direction. So I'll undock. And I had orbit camera for this one, and I was trying to face the... There we go. So unlike jumping through a Stargate, your camera angle will be memorized regardless, the one you wish, regardless of whether you've got tactical or orbit camera activated. Yay! Holy crap. Alright, and undock, and I'm assuming I'll have the same camera angle as I wanted because it's tactical, it won't screw it around. Oh, well, I'll watch it be wrong. Nope, nope, same. Okay, cool. Right on. Cool. Ace. I hope I both confused and unconfused everybody.